Hi, I'm Melanie Dyer. You're watching Live on the Lot on Skippy TV, and I'm here today with country singer-songwriter Jade Holland. Hello.
Hey, babe. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Well, that's good. Thanks for coming in today. I know you've had a really busy time with the release of your second album, Dream Wild. Tell me about it. You recorded in Nashville.
I did with the legendary Phil Barton.
Ooh.
Got to go over and do some songwriting in the studio there with Phil and a whole bunch of other people, including, other Aussies like Sinead Burgess.
Oh, she's so good.
Yeah, absolutely. And we just recorded it in Ocean Way Studio there and got it out. Yeah.
So it took like a couple of years between your albums. You had your first one out a few years ago now. So what was that sort of process like? Did you want to take your time and figure out sort of your new style? How has it sort of changed from your first album?
I think the reason why it took so long was I needed that life experience too, so I hadn't quite, been through a proper breakup or anything yet. Not that I planned it for my album, but these things happen. And so I just needed that writing. Yeah, I needed that writing experience and inspiration. So I just guess I wanted to find out who I was after that first album, because it was my very first one, and I guess I was super green, and I just wanted to go over and discover who I was. So I took my time and wrote down, everything that came to mind in those couple of years, and then took it to Phil and said, help me make an album out of this.
That's awesome. And you did write every song on the album?
Eight songs out of the 10, yeah.
Awesome. And you worked with another friend of mine, Bruce Wallace, on a few.
I love Brucey.
Bucket Hat Bruce.
Yeah.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah, absolutely. He took us to all the best food places as well. I mean, the music was great, but...
but food.
But food, yeah.
That's awesome. So tell me more about sort of the writing process. Did you sort of have a bunch of concepts you wanted to write about, or did you all just kind of vibe off each other?
Yeah, I took like a bit of a songbook over with me and a whole bunch of ideas on my phone, and I don't know about anyone else, but I get ideas from just exercising. So when I'm at the gym, or walking down Castle Hill in Townsville, that's how I wrote Drive Through, was walking down Castle Hill, and I was like riding down the hill going, okay, this is it, I'm going to write this down.
How do you logistically do that? Like voice memo, or are you like literally running and like trying not to fall over?
Yeah, I don't do things the smart way. So I was kind of slow walking a little bit, and I was like, okay, don't trip.
It was worth it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So tell me about that song, Drive Through. It was the first single to be released off the album. What is the inspiration? Because it's a little bit of a sassy kind of song.
It is.
Yeah. I'll tell you how it is.
So we wrote this song, and I'd written the line, "This ain't no drive through," and it was just about a guy that I was dating, and we got to a point in our, dating life type thing where he said, oh, actually, I just want to take a step back. And I was like, okay, this is, no worries. We're moving too quickly for you. That's fine. Yeah. And then he kind of was like, calling me every day and whatever. And I was like, hang on, this isn't a drive through. Like, you wanted to take a step back. So that's what we're going to do, you know? And I was like, nah, okay, I need to pull a pin on this. So you've got to put a stand and make a stand and say what you think, and that's what we did.
And then put it in a song.
Put it in a song.
That's one way to tell him.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was on Instagram or something, you had one of your friends do like this hilarious drive-through like Macca's or like Hungry Jack's video thing.
Ian Zaro, jumped in front of the KFC sign with a burger in his hand and started singing "This Ain't No Drive-Through."
I mean, look, it came to mind, but I like your take on drive-through. A little better than the burgers.
Yeah.
Well, it's had like 500,000 plus streams. You must be like on Spotify or whatever.
I never expected that. That really blew my mind. So I'm excited about it.
Yeah,
and
congrats.
Thanks.
That's awesome. Honestly, I really feel like this album deserves like so much credit. I think it's still growing. You're up to the second single now.
I am.
I feel like by the time people catch on, they're going to be like, okay, this is like a really great album. But it's about just getting it out there. Hey, in Australia.
That's it. Yeah, you just want to share it with everybody and go touring and play all the songs to everyone and hope that someone in the crowd relates to them. And yeah.
And you played a couple of pretty big launches.
We did. Yeah, so it was really cool. We were 10 tickets short of selling out in Townsville. So in my mind, I guess I feel like we kind of sold out.
Yeah,
so
totally.
it was like almost 300 people, so that was cool. And then
awesome.
And then played Lizottes. Like, I only ever dreamt of playing there.
In Newcastle? Yeah. Oh, amazing. Such a good venue.
Yeah. It was beautiful.
It's kind of like iconic. There's been such amazing
that's
artists.
it, and you like walk backstage and you've got all the walls that are signed and all the records and stuff. So it's a bit of an eerie feeling too.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a great way to launch your album.
Absolutely.
Now, you're up to the second single.
Yeah.
It's You.
Yeah.
Which is also a little bit sassy. We've got a bit of a theme happening
We
here.
do, yeah.
And you shot the video clip in Nashville when you were there. How was that?
It was so much fun. It was, okay, so just quickly, when I got to the set, which was like a house that we had hired for the day, so Chris Lane's band walked in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they walked in with the producer and they're just good friends with Randy and they were like, oh, we're just here to help.
What?
Okay.
And
so they just,
you pinch yourself.
They're like coming over and like touching me up and stuff.
Touching you up?
I wish, no. They were like, making sure I wasn't shiny and moving the lighting for Randy and stuff. And I was like, what is going on here?
I feel like that's just Nashville.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
There are just, like, everyone is everyone.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Absolutely.
Like, you never know who you're going to run into.
No, that's it. And everyone just loves music. That's the industry, They just love to help. So, because I said to Randy, I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know you were going to need so many helpers. And he goes, oh, I don't. They just love this stuff. This is what they do.
That's awesome.
So they all just came along and did it. So
that's pretty cool. Yeah. And another pretty cool thing you did with this album is you actually did a duet.
I did.
With Ben Earl from the Shires.
Yeah.
A duet from the UK.
Yeah.
Which is insane. How did that happen?
Randomly enough, Phil and I were, Phil had shown me this duo and I went, wow, this would be an incredible song to have on the album. But we couldn't figure out who we were going to get, to ask to sing the male part in it.
Yeah.
And then I said to Phil, what if I asked Ben? And he went, okay. So when I did ask Ben, we were actually out having drinks and Ben thought I was trying to ask him out on a date. And I was like, I don't want to ask you out on a date. I know you're married with kids. I'm actually just asking you if you would come and sing on the album with me. And he went, oh, yeah, absolutely.
That's so
so
cool.
He came in, I think, 2 or 3 nights later and just jumped on the microphone, 20 minutes, wham, bam, done.
Wham, bam, thank you, man.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Amazing.
It was amazing.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I feel like, Nashville just creates these opportunities that are like kind of out of this world. It's such an inspiring place as well. So I can see why you wanted to record the album there.
Yeah, absolutely. It was just, I guess, there's so many opportunities there and you just don't realise, like if you just ask somebody that, all they can say is no. You haven't lost anything.
That's true.
So, I just asked.
Good on you for going for it. That's awesome. Well, aside from all of that, the amazing album, those incredible opportunities that you've created for yourself there, you've also done a pretty amazing thing. You went to Iraq to perform for the troops.
Yeah.
Was it your first time doing that?
No, so I've done 4 tours so far.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
so I toured Afghanistan in 2014, Israel in 2015, and then Iraq twice last year. How
was that? Was it scary?
Not really.
Was it more like rewarding?
It's rewarding.
Yeah.
It's a very humbling experience. I would put my hand up to do those tours every day of the week. We're looked after, very well. And I think it's a really different experience. It makes you really grateful for what we have here in Australia and how we live because, we're walking around over there and, we've got long sleeve shirts, long pants, we've got steel cap boots on, we've got body armour on, then we've got helmet and that. Wow. And then there's like a security guard essentially in front of you who's carrying around, a rifle. So it's like it's
basically America.
It is, yeah. And it's just like a different experience, and you get to come home and you get to put your shorts back on and your thongs back on and you just go, wow, we're actually really lucky to, have what we have here and we don't live in the desert, and water's not scarce, so it's a beautiful thing.
That's insane.
I
would love to do something like that. I feel like it would
absolutely.
put things into
we'll have
perspective.
To get you on the next tour.
Yeah, I'd love to. And I feel like the troops, like our guys, would have been so grateful just to have music to kind of distract them and remind them of home. And
well, one of the biggest things for me personally that just blew my mind after my first tour was when we went into Afghanistan. We did have a rocket attack in the middle of our last performance.
Oh, wow.
And one of the other singers was singing Alanis Morissette, so we've confirmed that the bad guys over there don't like Alanis Morissette.
It is a bit like a rocket going off.
Yeah. And so when we came home though, the guy, there was a couple of, I think it was about 2 maybe 200 people that were coming home from Afghanistan that year, and so about 30 of them hired a bus in Townsville just to come and see my show when they had gotten home. Yeah, I was in tears. I thought that was amazing.
Yeah, what a homecoming.
Yeah,
That's
and that
so
was
cool.
just really special, to know that like they appreciated it that much while we were in country, that they just, when they got home, they decided to come and say hello. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. Wow, what an experience.
Yeah.
And aside from obviously doing that with the troops, which is pretty amazing, you're a bit of a badass. You
I try.
Actually, yeah, you're in there with the army and you've got a motorbike license.
I do.
As well.
I do, yeah.
Do you wear a leather jacket?
I do. You can't really wear leather pants in Townsville though, because you might melt.
You would stick. I feel like you would just melt into the road.
Yeah.
You would become the bitumen.
Yeah, that's it. I'll be one with the ground.
Yeah, exactly.
So, so I'm the ambassador for Harley Davidson up there in Townsville.
That is so cool.
Yeah, I got my license about 4 or 5 months ago, and I ride around on a little Street Bob 500 when I'm up there. So
look, I'm not going to pretend I know what that is. I grew up on a farm riding quad runners.
Right.
And I had a postie bike.
Okay, good. Well, you teach
like
me, I'll teach you.
Okay, good. I would love to get in a Harley. I
Yeah.
don't think that would go well like in the soil at home over the contour banks.
Nah.
But look, we'll try.
Yeah.
Open road.
Yeah, open road.
That's
Sounds
awesome.
good.
Harley Davidson. What a cool
It's a different thing, but it's fun. I love it.
Yeah.
It's a different world, and it's great.
Now you just got to hit them up.
Yeah. I know,
a
right?
bike.
Ask them for a bike down here. That'd be great.
I think you'd look good on the front cover of their, advertising.
Yeah, yeah.
Hot chick on a bike, why not? Come on.
Wearing my tassels because I'm, country.
Exactly, and your boots. I don't know,
that's
can you
it.
ride in cowboy boots? I don't know if that's a thing.
I mean, look, I haven't learned to ride with the heels on yet. I'm actually wearing Connies.
Just the Connies.
Yeah,
the
I just wear my black Connies on my bike. So
Nice. Okay, so let's talk about 2019. You've got, I'm sure, a big year ahead, kicking off with Tamworth Country
wait.
Music Festival.
Yep.
And I hear you're playing a little show at Moonshiners Bar on Wednesday the 23rd.
Yeah, with some bird named Melanie Dyer.
Oh, crazy.
Can't wait.
I'll have to try and get to that show.
Yeah, absolutely.
What else are you doing at the festival?
So I'm on Live and Loud. I'm super excited about that. Fan Zone, of course. There's a new whiskey bar in town actually.
Really?
It's called The Press. Yeah, so I'm playing there. And at West's as well, so I'm excited.
Awesome, sounds busy.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
Actually, this is probably one of my more laid-back ones, because the last couple of years we've done, you know how it is, you just do the crazy 10 shows in a row.
10,000 three-hour band gigs in a row.
Yeah.
Back it up.
That's exactly right, yeah. And then you're like, no more beer, please.
Exactly. Nursing a hangover.
Oh, yeah.
Through it all.
Every day.
Well, it's going to be awesome. I'm really excited to have you on my show, personally.
Thanks for having me.
Live and Loud is going to be awesome as well. I've been on that one since it started, and it's just growing every year.
I can't
so
wait.
It's going to be thousands.
And are you wearing Connies on that show?
I will be, yes.
Okay, great.
Will you?
We'll have to coordinate.
Yeah, I can't perform in heels.
Yeah.
I just can't do it. I mean, praise to the women who can. But,
Yeah.
and men.
Well, this is why I wear boots most of the time. I'm like, cowboy boots, yeah, I can do that. So
Yeah, that's okay. It's just a little hill.
Yeah.
Something you can run around in.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Well, good luck with it all, and congrats on the album. It's amazing. Dream Wild is out now. You can stream it on Spotify, iTunes, where else? Have you got your website?
I do. My website, jadeholland.com.
Awesome. Cool. Well, check her out, and thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thanks, love.